A Belvidere school that served generations of families had one final celebration Wednesday night. Dozens of people returned to Perry Elementary to honor the school's 125-year legacy before it closes at the end of the school year. Miriam Niesmeyer introduces us to generations of the Perry community as they reunite for one last celebration.
Daniel, I talked with teachers, students, and alumni who tell me Perry was more than just a school building. They say it's a family and hope those connections will last long after the doors close.
The school's gone, but not the community.
For more than a century, Perry Elementary stood as a neighborhood school for Belvidere families.
We are one big family here.
Wednesday night, staff, students, and community members came back to honor the school's legacy one last time before it permanently closes on Friday.
Emotions are high. It's a really sad thing to be going through. We've definitely built a family community here.
Longtime teacher Sue Thomas
This has been my home for 19 years.
Says she'll miss coming through the doors every day.
So it's like losing family.
Thomas says seeing former students, retired staff, and Perry families return reminds her of why the school means so much to the community.
That's what tonight was all about. It's about celebrating Perry. This has been a wonderful place. I mean, 125 years. You can't say any more about something.
Alum Dan Gagliano attended Perry in the 60s. He jokingly says he and the mayor used to butt heads during football.
Being a community school like this, walking to school, knowing everybody in the neighborhood was probably the best kind of childhood anybody could ask for. But to see this happen, it's a heartbreak.
Thomas encourages students to carry Perry's lessons with them.
I hope they remember that they're resilient. They can get through change. We've given them the basis. They're gonna do fine. They always have us in their back pocket if they need us, and we're all gonna be okay.
In April, the school board voted 6-1 to close the historic school building due to the building's age, declining enrollment, and long-term financial responsibility. Thomas says next school year, after 19 years at Perry, she will teach 5th grade at Seth Whitman Elementary School.
Belvidere Mayor and Perry alum Clint Morris attended Wednesday's legacy celebration. He presented a proclamation honoring the school's history and community impact.